Abba Father, Lord Jesus, Holy Spirit, I praise you. I thank you. And I worship you. Lord Jesus, I thank you for all the blessings you have given me. I surrender my intellect, my mind, and my memory into your hands. Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, send the Holy Spirit upon me. Oh, Holy Spirit, come into my heart, come into my mind, come into my intellect, to enlighten me, so that I may study well. Holy Spirit, my helper, fill me with your wisdom, knowledge and understanding. Spirit of Jesus, give me good memory so that I might be able to understand and remember what I am going to study now. O Holy Spirit, I need you, come into me. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Amen.
Good morning, everyone. I am your teacher, Marie Fontanilla, and welcome to our module number 1 in our first quarter, week 1, in our subject Office Productivity, Computer 1. So our first module is about Introduction to Computing. Introduction. Technology becomes an integral part of our lives nowadays. It includes, but not limited to, the use of computer and other communication devices. But, despite of this, are we familiar of what computer is? What are the different hardware components of computer, its characteristics, limitations, and uses? So, minsan masasabi natin, nakakita na po ako ng computer. Pero, masasabi ba natin exactly kung ano yung part na yun ng computer, ano ba yung function, ano ba yung magagawa nito sa loob ng computer, anong part ito. So, for our discussion today, ang ating matatalakay ay it's all about yung computer components, the hardware, and the software. And then, what are the functions of these computer components? Okay, so what are the functions of different parts of computer? Okay, what is computer? A computer is an electronic, multi-purpose device that receives, processes, displays, and store data. When we say multi-purpose, marami siyang purpose. Pag sinabing multi-purpose, marami. It receives, pag sinabing receive, it receives, process, and displays, and store data. So when we say display, it shows what are the data or information that already saved in the computer, and stores data. When we say stores, nagsisave tayo ng data sa computer. It processes data to create information. Tama yan, information. What do you mean by data? Data is a collection of unorganized facts, including words, numbers, pictures, and sounds. So it is the collection of unorganized facts, including words, numbers, pictures, and sounds. What is the meaning of information? Information is the result of processed data that are organized with its meaning and use. Pag sinabi natin information, these are the processed data. Na-process na ito of, saan na-process? Sa computer, of course. Okay, so that is the meaning of computer. What are the characteristics of computer? Computer is an electronic device which is used to store the data as given instruction. It gives result quickly and accurately. It becomes man's brain's power extension because of the characteristics such as speed, accuracy, store, capacity, diligence, versatility, power of remembering, no IQ, no feeling. So, these are the characteristics of a computer. Speed, so mabilis siyang mag-process. Accuracy, accurate yung mga data na pinaprocess niya. Storage, nai-store niya yung information and data na ini-input natin. Capacity, depende ito sa kanyang storage device. Meron siyang capacity to storage many informations, many data that we can input in the computer. Diligence, ayan. It follows whatever the instruction that you want to do with the computer. It follows you. Versatility, marami siyang pwedeng gawin, hindi lang isa. Power of remembering. So, it has the power to remember data, store, restore information. No IQ. So, wala siyang IQ. And no feeling. Hindi niya sasabihin sa'yo na, oy, overheat na ako, ilang oras mo na akong ginagamit. So, hindi niya yun sasabihin sa'yo. So, these are the characteristics of a computer. Next, limitations of computer. Number 1 is dependence on prepared instruction. So, what do you mean by dependence on prepared instruction? Depende sa program na naka-install sa computer mo. So, kung ano yung instruction or program na nilagay sa computer mo, yun ang kanyang, doon siya magdidepende. Kung ano yung prepared instruction or program na naka-install sa computer mo. Pangalawa, inability to derive meaning from object. When we say inability, the state of being unable to do something. So, unable to do something to derive meaning from object. So, the computer cannot obtain or receive meaning of a term or a word. Example, you input a word or term in the computer, but the computer, it cannot show and give you the meaning of the term and or word you want to know unless what? Of course, you use Google to search the meaning of the word, but the computer itself cannot show you the meaning of the word you want to know. Okay? Number 3, inability to generate information. So again, what is inability? Inability is being unable to do something. So it cannot generate information. It cannot generate information. Hindi siya makakapag-gawa ng information for you. Okay, next. Unless na merong sinave sa kanya na information, ipapakita niyo yun when you input the file name. Pero the computer itself cannot generate meaning for you or information for you. Number 4, it cannot correct wrong instruction. So, it cannot correct wrong instruction. Kapag nagkamali ka ng input, hindi niya sasabihin, mali yung instruction mo. So, it cannot correct wrong instruction. So, ito yung limitation ng these are the limitations of computer. Okay, look at this diagram. Organization of computer. It is concerned on understanding of the basic computer hardware instruction together with peripheral devices. So, in this diagram, it shows the different hardware or computer hardware structure together with the peripheral devices. It realizes the computer operation units and their interconnection to form the computer system. So, ipinapakita nitong diagram na to yung tinatawag nating computer system. So, in the first circle, this one, so we have the central processing unit or the CPU. We have two components of CPU. We have the arithmetic logic unit and the what is that? Control unit. Okay? And then on this side, we have the output devices. So we have printer, monitor, speaker, headphone, projector, modem. We have braille screen, and we have voice synthesizer, and on this side naman, ito yung input devices. So, meron tayong yan. Okay, meron tayong mouse, keyboard, scanner, microphone, CD-ROM or DVD, ROM drive, camera or webcam, trackball, touchscreen, light pen, digitizer, barcode reader, fax machine, floppy disk drive, joystick, card reader, and the dance pad. On these sides, in the bottom of the diagram, we have the primary storage and the secondary storage. So, itong hardware na ito, it has two types. We have the input and the output. And then the processing is the central processing unit. And below is the storage. So we have primary and secondary storage. So secondary storage, we have the optical discs, hard disks, flash drive, magnetic tape, and floppy disk. So these are the computer system. The diagram shows about the interconnection to form the computer system. Next, central processing unit. Okay, central processing unit or CPU, the central processing unit or CPU are simply referred as processor, the brain and the heart of the computer. Inside the computer system, the processing is mostly performed by the CPU. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Inside the computer system, the processing is mostly performed by the CPU. So, siya yung nagpa-process. It is considered as the most important element in a computer system. that is true. CPU is the most important part of the computer system. It processes the data and produces output which may store by an application or displayed on the screen. Okay, so that is the functions of CPU, the processor. So parang sa katawan ng tao, the most important part of our body is our mind or our brain and our heart. So, especially the brain and of course, the heart. Pag wala na itong dalawa na ito, our body system is not working already. So, meaning we are now dead. The same with the computer system. Pag wala yung CPU, it cannot process data and it cannot open the computer system. Next. Okay, the CPU has two components, namely arithmetic logic unit or ALU performs arithmetic and logical operations. Number 2, control unit lets the computer logic unit memory as well as both input and output devices know how to respond to instruction received from a program. So, ganito yon. Kapag meron kang tinype, magpa-process yan dun sa CPU, tapos, pupunta siya ngayon sa output device. O, pag sinave mo, mapupunta siya sa storage device, and then kapag ipiprint mo, dun na. So, magpa-process na siya para magkaroon na siya ng output. So, the data process or information process, when you input it into the computer, it processed by the CPU, and then input devices is the one who create its output. The output of your data. So, yun. Registers are the internal memory units of CPU that contain information used in arithmetic logic unit or ALU processing. Computer peripherals. These devices are the computer external taking into information, allowing the computer to put out information in visible and audible form. Without peripherals, communication with computer would be far from limited. Peripheral devices can be external or internal. So, when we say peripherals, these are the computer device or the devices, other devices that we connect into computer to perform a particular function for the benefits of the user. So, we have a lot of computer peripherals that we can tackle. Input devices refer to the physical pieces of computer hardware used for sending data or instruction in the computer. Output devices. It provides and displays output from the computer. Perform both input and output functions such as computer data storage devices including disk drive, USB drive, memory card, smart board, and touchscreen. Storage device. This device is used to store, port, and extract information either in permanent or semi-permanent form. Types of storage devices. Primary storage devices. They are usually designed in smaller size, but in data access, these devices have the fastest speed. Primary storage device includes the RAM, graphic card memory, cache memory, Primary storage is also called as a main storage, main memory, or internal memory. Secondary storage devices. They are usually having large storage capacity and are usually used to store data permanently. Secondary storage devices include the hard disk drive and flash drive. So these are examples of secondary storage devices. Modulator and demodulator or the modem. A modem is a hardware component that enables computer to connect over the internet through devices like router or switch to transmit data over telephone or cable lines in the form of analog waves. These are the examples of modulator or demodulator or the modem. Now that we have already discussed the lesson 1 or the module 1, all you have to do now is answer all the activities in the module. See you in module number 2. Goodbye! Have a nice day. God bless you.